In this video, we will show you how to replace your four-wheel drive hub locking solenoid on this Ford F-150. This will be located on the passenger side of your engine compartment. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. Locate your solenoid. It's located just behind the battery in the engine compartment. To gain access, first we're going to dislodge our washer fluid hose. For this, typically you can take hold of it by hand. I'm just using an angled pick to keep my fingers out of the way. We can go ahead and pull that towards the passenger side of the vehicle. Now under that area, you're going to find an electrical connector. It should have a locking tab. This locking tab is dry and brittle, but it should technically be all the way around this area. I can see that I do still have some of my locking tab. So for this, I'm using an angled pick, but you can use pretty much anything as a prying device. Gently lift up and pull this straight forward towards the battery. Just a quick inspection of that. We'll set that aside. Just underneath where that electrical connector is, we have two vacuum lines. We'll be careful not to damage these. We just want to carefully pull them out of place. You can either use your finger. I'm using my angled pick as a prying device. Once you have those disconnected, just a quick inspection of those hose ends, confirming that nothing's cracked or damaged in any way. We're just going to go ahead and set that aside. At this point, everything's dislodged. We're going to start removing the bracket holding this in place. Towards the passenger side fender, we can see one piece of hardware. As we make our way all the way across towards the other side, we can see the stud, but you're going to find you actually have to remove this plastic retainer. I'm just going to pry that out of place. Now at this point, we can see the other piece of mounting hardware. For each of these, I'm going to be using a 10 millimeter. There's very limited space in this area, so we'll just be extremely careful. There we are. Just want to be careful not to drop your hardware. Use a magnet if necessary. There's one. Now let's make our way over to the next one. With the hardware out of position, go ahead and take hold of that and we'll pull it up and out of the vehicle. There it is, friend. Now it's time to install our brand new four-wheel drive hub locking solenoid. Let's get this in position. For this, I'm going to have to use my angled pick. I'm just pressing this wiring harness securing tab out of my way. Now we can get this down in position, mounting it over our body mounting studs. There we are. It looks like we're sitting over each one of the tabs. If you need to, you could use an angled pick or something to pry that little tab that holds the wiring harness in place out of the way. We've got it in position. Let's start on our mounting hardware. I'm going to go with the inboard side first. It's a little bit easier to gain access to. We have that one started on. Let's go ahead and start on the other one as well. This one's a little bit more difficult to gain access to. Try to get this on here with a magnet. There we are. There we are, we've got that started on so it won't fall off. At this point, we can snug both of these. Let's start snugging the outboard side first here. Got my 10 millimeter. Okay, that one's tight. Let's push this out of the way. Let's get the next one. Let's make sure that that's secured in place properly. Now back over on the inboard stud, we want to make sure we secure our wiring harness. Just go ahead and line it up, press it onto the stud as far as possible. After securing this in place, it's time for our vacuum hoses. We'll just try to align those. This one's pretty much already aligned, so that's nice. When installing these vacuum hoses, you want to make sure you press them on there as far as possible. There we are. Just go ahead and give those a little tug. We're ensuring that they're properly secured. You do not want to have a vacuum leak here, otherwise your four-wheel drive will not function properly. Now just above that, it's time to connect our electrical connector. We'll align this. We have our locking tab facing up. Press it in and listen for an audible click. There's our click. Give it a wiggle, ensuring it's properly secured. That feels good. Now it's time for the washer fluid hose. This just gets tucked in behind here and pressed into this position. Obviously, you want to make sure you don't have any kinks. This feels good. Okay, friend, we finished our installation. The next thing you want to do is go ahead and close the hood, take your vehicle for a road test, and make sure that your four-wheel drive functions as it should. Aside from that, thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.